courageous is something that we want to take forward.
Courage. Courage is the key to life itself.
It takes courage to act. Part of being hungry when you've been defeated, it takes courage to start over again.
Do you have the courage?
You have to take chances in life. If you don't take chances in life, you'll never have the life God has for you.
It takes guts to say, I'm going to believe in something and try it, even though I might fail the first, fourth, 10th time, I'm going to keep going. Most people don't have that kind of courage. Most people don't have that kind of self-honesty. Great entrepreneurs do. It's what makes them different.
Life is about risk. If you play it safe in life, you ain't going to have much of a life. If you play it safe, you won't have much of a life. Life is risk. It takes courage to pursue your dream.
It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre, be normal, and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are God, then neutralize everything he put in you. Just fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you've neutralized your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. For some of you, it took courage to come to this conference. It takes courage to get you outside of the bar. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you. Do you have the courage to stand there though the storms keep raging and the people get to talking and you stand there and say, I've come too far to turn around? Touch your girlfriend and say, do you have the courage?
Courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. When you step into your fears and continue to push yourself to go on, something happens for you. It will enable you to transcend yourself. When you have something you want to do, if you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given you to do, and you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people or trying to get their approval, what will happen is that you will lose your nerve. And other people will convince you that what you're doing doesn't have any value, and you'll give up on your dream. It's an interesting thing about life, I've also found, that if you don't have the courage to act, sometimes and particularly, if you have something special to do, life will move on you.
There are a lot of people who are born in situations where they say, well, I'll never get out of this. So they won't. I say to people who say, well, I would like to have done so and so and so. So, well, you could have done it. So, well, I couldn't get out of here. Man, the bus runs every day.
There are some of you in this room, you'll never rise to your potential until you get rid of the people in your life. Are you hearing me? You had better get some courage, or you're going to suck around and live in a leper colony and wonder why you never get whole. If I could do anything for you, I would walk into your life and I would breathe courage into your life. And courage is a result of confidence. You have never seen a courageous person that didn't have confidence. It is not the difficulties that defeat us. It's the lack of confidence in ourselves that defeats us.
It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. It takes courage.
I just did it. It cost me everything, but eventually God is very good, man, when he sees you take a leap of faith. He supplies you everything you need. Now, it's going to cost you something, but most people are not willing to pay what it costs to go after your dream, because you're going to have to hurt a little bit. And most people don't like being uncomfortable. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, please do not pursue success. because success is a very uncomfortable feeling.
Courage is an external thing. I have met people who literally have courage. They have put their lives on the line. They have thrown themselves into harm's way in order to save the life of someone else. They have done something that we would consider mad, that violates all tenets of that we're supposed to do things to survive so that someone else will survive. And I've talked to them, and I always say, why did you do it? You've got a wife, you've got kids. Why would you do that? And they all give me the same answer. Every time. Because they would have done it for me. Because someone else would have done the same for me. It is the absolute confidence that the person to the left and the person to the right will do the same for me that gives them the courage to do amazing things.
Courage says when you step up, you feel the fear, and you act anyways. I've noticed in my own life, every time that I step forward and make the move, my courage might not be there, my feeling might not be there, but I step up and I do it anyways. And oftentimes, that's all that we need. That's all that we need. Man, this message is not for everybody, but it's for somebody. The movements that we need oftentimes will not be done when we feel ready. The movements that we need to do, sometimes we won't feel like we're the person to do it. It's not the right time. It's not the right place. But sometimes life asks you to go anyways. And when you get that feeling, please hear me today. Our future depends on it. The opportunity depends on it. The opportunity depends on it. Man, I'm not talking to everybody, but I'm talking to someone. Because oftentimes for many of us, we're faced with adversity in our lives, and we think the adversity is here to hold us back. But sometimes the adversity becomes the advantage. The mistake becomes the blessing. The moment where you thought you were shaky becomes the very moment where you build your foundation. Sometimes opportunities will come to you before you are ready, and you gotta go get it.